Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Luce, and tonight I'm finally getting back to the next of the three variant dungeons. I've completed the Silda subterrane, and tonight we're going to be doing AloAlo Island. There. Well, whatever. This is the second of the variant dungeon, and this one's themed around characters from the end expansion as we go to the uncharted islands in the south. Alright, I've got this action selected. And as with before, I'm going to be soloing, this time as Reaper. My item level is so high it's going to be getting synced, so we'll just be doing that. Southern Isles. I did the rest of the quest so I could just dive right in right away. Variant dungeon, AloAlo Island. Look, three paths. Which should we take? Yeah, my item sync is down to what Endwalker's cap was, so... if I had to choose, I'll take this path. Alright, and so cards on the table real quick. I am using an ending guide to be sure I get everything. I see we are of the same mind. Our adventure starts off on the right foot. This scenery reminds me of home. Oh wow, that's a beautiful coral reef. The ocean carved out these caves over countless years. I suppose we should be grateful the waves are mild at the moment. Now, all that you need to know going in is that apparently there was a tribe that came here but vanished long ago. I don't think my fishing hook will be of much use here. There we are. I mentioned it last time, but I guess it's been a bit. But when you solo, this is one of the very few things that is very specifically meant to be solo content in this game, which is pretty good. Oh, they're on fire. Oh well. Yeah, I can only do this because the variant skill's allowing me to solo it, but it's honestly not very difficult at all. It's kind of nice that I can do some dungeons on my own without... Although I guess Trust kind of did that as well. Don't hesitate. I can't hesitate to use the variant here if need be. Looks like everything here is almost dead, so let's save this. I think a boss is coming up. This makes it take a little longer than it should, but I don't want to waste my cooldown, my good attack cooldowns. Then again, I guess it doesn't really matter. I am solo after all, so not like I need maximum efficiency. As per usual, Reaper still feels smooth as butter to play, and I love it. That AloAlo fell, but Calca said the people of this island fed long ago. It did. You're here too? Then I must be on the right track. Zeal blind Zazone. If it's all the same to you, I'll go on ahead. Mind keeping my pet company in the meantime. I am not impressed by your pet. Sadly, he's got nothing to say, I guess. This beast is made from wood. Where did they find it? I'm guessing they're gonna explode into an AoE, in which case I don't want to be nearby. It conjured weapons from thin air. Oh my. Ah, crap, that's really bad. Ah, crap. Those look like donuts, and that tells me the safe spot is on here. Yep. Oopsie. I thought that, I guess it must not have gone off. No matter. More weapons with stone hammers look heavy enough to shatter stone. Alright, whatever this is, ah, crap. Right, I'm used to the Dawn Trail extra attacks you get here. Yeah, I probably don't want to be standing in that. Maybe that's just me. That looks like a raid wide. Oopsie. He called monsters to its aid. Do not let them catch you. Okay, I see what it's going to be doing here in a minute. Ah, crap. Probably don't want to stand in that, you know? This is the safe one. Because I do not want to be near the axes, but I do want to be near the donuts. In the donuts, to be more specific. I am extremely inefficient with this, but whatever. Made it. None of its weapons could match yours, Coda. I do take pretty good care of my scythe. I won't say no to treasure, but what I'm really here for is the fish. Yeah, basically an actual bird came. I thought this would be the end of us, but it seems fate has more fishing in store. Looks like a great spot to cast my rod. Yeah. These ships all ran aground. Not even Thavner's stormy shores have claimed so many. Oh wow, yeah. Personal spoils. Magic prism, what's this? I'm sorry, I really need to clean out my inventory. Cute, I guess. Yeah, I've started doing a lot more crafting quests and stuff lately. It's kind of funny. Oh, right, Actually, I can show you in a minute. I need to not be in the middle of something for this. There we are. I actually think this was the third one, the third variant dungeon that was introduced, not the first one. Coda, a moment, take a look here. Oh, big. Looks like a good fishing spot. Can we stop for a moment? I mean, I see no reason not to. Oh yeah, what was I going with? Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm not usually the kind of person to pay attention to achievements, but, when I started Dawn Trail, I actually had only a bit over 12,000 achievements, and now I almost have 14,000. Like I said, I've actually been doing a bit more crafting lately, largely for some, GC seals to try and get some more of the teleporting stuff so that I don't have to put a teleport spot in the... Something's in the water, I can sense it. Alright, I see no reason not to. Thank you, Coda. Let's hope for something big. Granted, I haven't beaten anything that's particularly difficult. Most of it's just dedication, but I guess it does show you just how much stuff you can be sleeping on. Like, I did recently get the Lord of Verminion, minion for completing all. Not a single fish, haven't seen that before. Wow. Didn't realize he sucks that bad at fishing. The tide rises with the setting sun. We should watch our step. Well, at least we got to relax on the beach a little while. I mean, that's totally what I do in my island sanctuary, but we can do it here too. Fish are close, I know it. Coda, wait, my fisher's intuition is telling me to ready my rod. Hope it's better than my fisher intuition because I don't do fishing as much as I probably should. Want to try a different bait. Something suitable must be hiding in these lands. Can you help me look? I guess the mound of rocks stands out the most. You obtain a southern worm. Hand over the bait. Oh, this is perfect. I can feel it. This will lure out something big. I know fishing is really grindy if you really get into it, but I do know some friends who love it. And gathering in this game is definitely one of those things that you can have to do for, like, hours. Like, sometimes you'll have 10-hour waits for windows to open, which you can potentially get something good, or something specific. Be on your guard, Kuda. I think this bait was too tasty. I mean, we could take some of those fish with us, or did my scythe slice them up a bit too much? I mean, I could always make sashimi from what remains. More of them! I don't want to waste my transformed state when they're right here. Interesting. Feels like these guys are hurting a lot more than the ones in the subterranean. Still the subterranean. Either that or I need to use my shield a good bit more. I can sense it. A great catch is just ahead. Yeah, a literal bird came to tell this guy about something going on these islands, and he decides to go because, you know, it's also a good fishing spot. It might get something rare. But, Yeah, it seems the variant dungeons are specifically in... Oh, nice. Finally, I get a double personal spoil thingy. A boss, eh? A windfish. We shall play the Ballad of the Windfish from Zelda Link's Awakening. I still remember that song in my head, but... Soul, the South Seas. Oh boy, magic prisms. Yeah, Endwalker, as I'm finding, has a lot of really nice actual gameplay content, but the rewards are kind of questionable. I have no idea what the mechanics are, so I might die. It flies like something out of a children's tale. Hey, if it swims, it flies. Something tells me I don't want to be near those. In any other situation, those crystals would be enchanting. Okay, so they're going in a... I wonder if maybe they'd explode in a plus pattern due to the thing on the ground, but luckily they're not. I'd give them a wide berth if I were you. Yeah, those I got right. Whoopsie. And I'm screwing up my rotation something fierce, but hey, I'm soloing. All I heard is my own personal pride. Ow, my pride. Oh my. The bubble in that one's holding the crystal aloft. You should keep an eye on that one. I see what they're going after. Yeah. The bubbles make the crystals light as air, and a single gust sends them flying. Oh my. Okay, yeah. I just managed to guess right there. I did not get that right. Yeah, I'm surprised at stuff like custom deliveries, these variant dungeons, the, ah, crap. I'm a bit slow to punch there. That one's even nastier than the last. Don't let it take a bite out of you. Well, it's facing that direction, so I'd assume it's safe. Watch out, the winds howl again. I see, I want to do bubble net here to avoid this. Oh. Darn it. Yeah, that really screwed me up. Oh well, it's my first time fighting this boss. Death's still to be expected. But yeah, I swear, I didn't take this much damage during the subterrane, so I'm not sure what's going on here. And don't make no mistake, my gear's better than ever. The entire left side is I-730, which is well above what it goes here. It's also materia melded, but when you sink down, materia stops taking effect, so it doesn't matter there. I mean, if I wanted to, I could just buy endgame Endwalker gear and meld that, but you know why. And I missed a lot of my burst window because of that, but I didn't want to take too much risk taking too much damage. Actually, I think I know what might be the issue here. If this dungeon deals a lot more magic damage, that's going to start adding up because maiming gear, what Reapers and Dragoons use, that has higher physical defense than most other DPS at the cost of lower magic. So that can actually be quite relevant if a dungeon favors one or the other, especially for a solo here. I think it also matters in the, oh my. I don't have to worry about positionals thanks to the boss being immune to them, so... It's because it's a complete circle, that means, That's good. I'm just surprised at how much content I've been straight up sleeping on. Strictly speaking, I did know that I haven't been touching Bozja as much as I possibly could. Okay, yeah, I've got that mechanic down now. I already completed Eureka, so I don't need to worry about that. Net. Will it get the fish is the question. It is not. Alright, if it doesn't get the fish, then it's... Watch out, the wind howls yet again. Yeah, it didn't go up because it wasn't in a bubble, so I was safe but at that time. Ah, crap. Ugh. It could just be that this one... I believe this one came out last out of all 3 variant dungeons, so it's also possible this one is just straight up harder than the others by design, which I guess would make sense. Receding twin tides. Activated that a little early. There we are. Seasong's Rest. Defeated Lord of the Skies. Not bad. 2 potsherds. Oh, nice. Let's see the ending. I was frozen in fear, but you had that well in hand, Coda. Well, actually, I might have been scared of you because you have that incredibly scary Reaper form, but... Just past that crest. Just past that... Looks like a splendid spot of fish. It's beautiful. This is a promising spot. I guess best get my rod ready. I really did like the Silda subterranean, so I hope AloAlo Island will also be pretty fun. But naturally, I need to... May I hook a wonderful gift for Nidana. But naturally, I need to go through I need to see at least the 3 main bosses before I worry about that. And should something else emerge in the water, let's hope it's nothing as formidable as that whale. Don't worry, I'm still at full power here. Someone's a fighter, but I won't let you get away. Oh my, I plucked many a prize from the sea, but nothing quite like this. What'd you get? We've been blessed with great fortune indeed, but would an alchemist have any use for it, I wonder? I'll ask Pasason to study as soon as we return. Thank you, Coda, for watching over me. For the record, if you don't want to watch the ending cutscene, I tested it with some Silda runs, but you can end it a bit early by leaving if you want. I'm not going to, but yeah. Welcome back, Coda. Your journey to the island has left you none worse for wear, I'm pleased to see. Well, I cannot wait to hear the full account. Owing to the journey has left you... I'm sure you wish to take your ease after such a trying expedition. Honestly, I'd dive right back in, but I should really complete this quest line first. Matsai has gone ahead at a place we can sit and convene in peace, so let us go to him. Now that we're all comfortable, pray tell us of your experiences on AloAlo. There was danger and death around every corner, though that rather grim aspect was mitigated somewhat by its incredible beauty. The waters surrounding the isle were teeming with fish. My peers might find this beauty tempting, but the number of wrecks on the shores make plain the great risk inherent in pursuing it. Yeah, that's a ridiculous number of ships there. Holy crap, you'd think they'd start going around after a bit. The shallows are not so different from those of Thavnair. Like our courageous skipper, I'm sure your friends would be better suited than most to brave the AloAlo waters. It was a journey full of twists, turns, and fish besides. I'm glad I was compelled to embark upon it with Coda, but gladder still to be home. But I trust you understand this is but the first of many. Yes, a single hunt will not suffice to keep AloAlo's many predators in check. Hello, Say. Welcome to the stream. Do not forget the waters are teeming with fish rarer and remarkable, all of which would make fine gifts for your dear Nidana. So please, you must promise me the expedition will not be your last. Yes, of course, but I wouldn't dare brave AloAlo alone. Could I hate to impose upon you further? I'm most grateful for your resolute company again. For Kalika and Nidana both. Oh, thank you, and with luck, your appetite for adventure shall be sated. I know mine will be 1,000 times over. I only hope other treasure hunters haven't caught wind of the island's many curiosities. Those ruffians we faced and the wooded beasts they set upon us were many complications I'd rather not contend with again. People in AloAlo? How odd, to say nothing of this wooden beast. To command such constructs requires intimate knowledge of arc anima. Perhaps these thieves you encountered were a step above common riffraff. Perhaps they lurked in shadow as I spoke carelessly of AloAlo's secrets. The stolen ship from before. I'll report this to the Radiant Host in case Kalika's hunch is correct. Well, thank you, Pasasan. Whomever they are, we must see them in chains before they defile my home again. Oh, if only my wings were healed, I'd give them the buffeting they would not soon forget. I'm sure. Now, enough of talk of adventure. I'd best get this fish to Nidana before it spoils. I guess with that emoji, should respond in kind. I know I have one here that works for it. Here we are. There we are. Thank you, Ukoda, for everything, especially for keeping Matsuya safe. For my part, I must write down your tale before it fades your memory. Who knows, my records may prove useful when you next visit AloAlo Island. I take it you'll be returned to Old Charlian soon. When you do, please give Shalimore my regards. There we are. Nidana seems to have won Kalika's respect, Nidana seems to have won Kalika's respect sight unseen, while he still looks down his beak at me. How vexing. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. If you're on your way to Old Charlian, be sure to give my thanks to Shalimore. Anyone who's dear to Master Matsuya is dear to me. I would bow my head to Mistress Nidana. I believe I have to complete this quest before I can actually, yeah, that's a lot. I need to do some hunts and stuff to get some more Aetheryte tickets. It's not a huge deal, but it does add up over time. Casual reminder, I've been playing this game for about a decade now, so who knows how much money I've spent on teleportation all this time. Especially since they didn't add Aetheryte tickets until several expansions in, actually. It was not available when hunts were first introduced, I can tell you that much. Yeah, but I think before I continue, I need to do this. So I'll drop this down here. Oh, he returns. I trust this means their troubles have been resolved to satisfaction? More or less, yeah. The Southern Sea Isles. Ah, would that I could have been there to walk amidst the verdant beauty. I must dare say I'm green with envy. Your Arxador friend sounds like he was made fine company, too. Brave, mysterious, wild, search for a fish for your beloved. The stakes turned out to be far higher than I realized. In any sense, the obligation has arguably been met. I encourage you to aid him for his new quest for new and exciting fish. Who knows what dazzling specimens are yet to be discovered in the waters of AloAlo. Oh, and if you can spare a moment for Osmond, he'd be eager to share your experience. AloAlo conservation record unlocked. Alright. Osmond unlocks the Savage variant for it, which is actually notable because this is the variant dungeons were also the first dungeons to have difficulty content. So, I know there's some dungeons that are called so-called hard mode, but in this game, hard mode dungeons are actually not that. They're basically just the same dungeon, but different further along in the timeline, basically telling you what happened after you cleaned them out. So these are the actual hard mode dungeons that are actually challenging. Oh, that's to unlock the, I'll worry about custom deliveries later. I was originally just doing the ones that grant you mounts for completion, but I ended up doing a lot more custom deliveries in general, so now I'm probably going to complete all of them. And I think they just added a new one for Dawn Trails, so probably going to get at least another one of those in the later patch as well. But for now, we're going to go to variant dungeons. Ah yes, one ending here. The conservation record. A noxious gift. I've never felt a fish pull with such strength. At that moment, I swore my pride as a fisher that I would not let this pride escape. Due to its tendency to absorb and accumulate toxins from its prey, the Draco Barracuda that Matsui returned with is not safe for consumption. To be clear, its flesh is not inherently toxic, so a brave soul could eat one and live, and I'm certain more than a few have done just that. I know several alchemists who would sample a Barracuda just to experience the potency for themselves in fact. Fortunately, I found it listed within a compendium kept in the Great Work, so I knew there was nothing to be gained from such a questionable endeavor. The toxin of the Draco Barracuda can be used as an alchemical agent, much like the venom of Hamsa. The island's lush environment likely afford this particular specimen plenty of prey to feast upon, and as a consequence, I suggest it is highly toxic. Calica informed me that the Draco Barracuda were revered by AloAlo's people because they kept harmful seaweed and poisonous smaller fish in check. If one was accidentally caught, it was given back to the sea as a gesture of gratitude. I cannot help but wonder whether Matsuya should have done the same. I'm glad Silda was able to... Yeah, the Sildan subterrane was a pretty big one that I liked seeing a lot of because that was basically a lingering plot thread from back in the 1.0 for Blunt. They carried into Realm Reborn, but it wasn't explored nearly as much as many were hoping, just because, well, more important things came up, or more interesting storylines, I guess, would be the writer's thoughts on it. Other AloAlo Island is in the Southern Sea Isles, which is another uncharted area, which is, of course, a nice thing here. And once again, for the record, I am using an ending guide in case it becomes relevant. Look 3 paths forward. Which one shall we take? If it were up to me, I'd take the middle one. Alrighty, let me look up the middle one here. Center. Ah, yeah, there's one I probably do particularly want to do here. I see we are of the same mind. Our adventure starts on the right foot. Thavnir's jungles can be dense and very difficult to traverse, but this swamp is no less daunting. What strange worms! I doubt they would make for very good bait, though. Yeah, you seem to not want a huge fish. Excellent. Now that feels more like the, what was going on. Those things tend to chill down my spine. I guess they do wiggle in an unsettling way. Yeah, that feels more like the Silda subterrane, how quickly they died. That toad could swallow us whole. Toads are not safe for consumption, or I'd owe it who's boss. Hello, Mooney. Welcome to the stream. I suppose I should have realized that would summon you. But welcome. Thanks. Hopefully. I'm just doing a solo dungeon run today with some of the very few dungeons this game has that are solo. I hope they introduce more in Dawn Trail, but they haven't announced it or anything, so, And of course, Twitch alerts me that there might be an ad coming on. Is that a giant plant? It's enormous! Welp. I've already screwed up something fierce. Time to fix the problem in some manner, which is to say, not fix it all, just slice everything and hope for the best. I did the same thing in Silda Subterrane, too. That's the worst part. The hairs on my skin are standing on end. Yeah, I accidentally popped those bubbles and those dandelion thingies in Silda too. What's that, Mikode? Macalca said this island was deserted. Hey there, buddy. If you, jolly-tailed Jamie, if you want to go on this path, that means treasures at the end of it. Know what if this thing eats? Well, you'll find out soon enough. That jewel is ours. Oh, so they were hit with an ad. Dang it. Alright, stay far away from these guys. I conjured weapons from thin air. Okay, so it looks like these mechanics are probably going to be roughly the same. And I definitely want to stand here. Its arsenal is endless. Sisters, protect me from those blades. Interesting, so it has a new weapon. I see what it's... Oh, crap. Damn it. I wasn't fast enough with my teleport. Well, let's get my variant cure going. Oh my, oh, those, I'm guessing those are line AoEs, actually. If only because that's the one we haven't seen yet. It's using vented water as a weapon. Ah, interesting. Watch out, you don't want dirty water on your boots. Well, I'm glad I actually wear shoes in this glam outfit. Oh my, those are really huge. Ugh. Getting close. Right, this is the, yeah, that. So many of them, where will we run to? I believe this is the safe spot, so... Yep, I called it. Arcane armaments. I believe this is a safe spot. But man, it really creeps up on you. They want you to feel the slowly existential dread here. Of course, I could just, you know, kill the boss so that before that finishes, so I don't have to worry about it. There we are. So it seems all three of them max that. AloAlo warm lamp. Path keeps climbing. Could there still be fishing spots above us? I guess you could... There is such thing as cliff fishing, isn't there? Actually, let me check. Now I am curious. Cliff fishing. Yes, there is. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. Well, I mean, I am, but that's nothing to do with this. Shit, don't look down, don't look down. We're climbing pretty high here, that's for sure. Are those caterpillars? Oh boy, a magic prism. People lived up here? How would they count the courage to build so high up? Ah crap, I messed up pretty bad. Yeah, I was supposed to kill the treant first and then kill the others. Oh wait, there's something variant here. Alright, that's moderately annoying. I messed up an ending already. Those rocks, they are moving. Yep, indeed. map says there's supposed to be something here, but it doesn't look like there is. I'm not sure what's causing my thing to twitch. Weird. I'm not sure what's causing my avatar to twitch like that. Oh, weird. It looks like there should be a path there, but there isn't. A majestic bird, but that beak, it looks sharp as a sword. Once again, it looks like there should be a path here, but there explicitly is not. Oh. Huh. Wee! Scream. Oh, so there's a path. This path is not marked on the map. What's it doing here? Ready to leave in the dungeon, apparently. Is there another one over here? No. Unless this path. Oh, I see. Yeah, there is. So, wait a minute. I had to go all the way up there and then go all the way back here just for this. Squeak, squeak. Let me check my ending guide. Ah, so there is an ending behind this. There is a mapping achievement for this, so I'm... Yes, but it's... So I'm kind of amused that there is no, markings for those here. Usually, there are secret stuff like that. Does every beast on this island want to kill us? Sure seems that way, doesn't it? Look, Coda, water, and where there's water, there's fish. I'd agree. Oh boy, magic prisms. I'm excited. I say, dripping with sarcasm. So who's the boss of this path? That's a Timeless Guardian, the Lala. But that's not a Lalafell, that's clearly a goblin model. Everyone calls Lalafells Lalas but for short, so it's rather amusing they call it that. Are we the intruders? What could we be intruding upon? Intruder detected, initializing computational engine, calculating. What could we intrude upon? Isn't that the thing? We're only intruders because we didn't realize that there was something to be intruded upon. Arcane Blight. Deploying arcane measures to eliminate intruders. Calculating optimal tactics, commencing terrestrial assault. Yeah, this is a safe spot from all those, so let's just stick here, shall we? Revitalizing threat assessment, integrating additional tactics into stratagem. Oh, darn, I was close. The direction of its magic doesn't match the patterns. Is it... What puzzle is it putting before us? Analysis. Probable weakness determined. Target light. Only vulnerabilities on left side remain undetected. Hits from the front back will result in severe damage. Ah, there we are. So yeah, this is like the one mechanic from the Orbone Monastery. Oh, whoops! I can't let the Death Stain drop. That is a 10% damage reduction. I cannot allow that. Okay, I got it. Analysis. Targeted light. Ah, I see. It's gonna be going here. Excellent, I got it. Reaper has so many useful tools for survivability. Alright, none of those should hit this bottom row here, so we're safe. Oh, whoops. That's bad. I miscalculated that completely. Are you feeling yourself? Your eyes looked, empty. Alright, so I did get this right. Crap, get this up, get my healing up. Spam the heal, spam the heal, spam the heal. I can't believe I almost died there. And at 13%, that would have been massively embarrassing. Yeah, everything was on cooldown. Oh, I could have used my mitigation on that. That's fine. Yeah, I can't forget I have Feint as well for another mitigation. All melee get that, but it means all of them have a... Alright, so it's gonna be here. There we are. Number Cruncher defeated the Lala. I should have known you'd get through that with an area scratch. Yeah. Oh, no. Right, he still needs to get his fishing done. May my catch bring a smile to Nidana's face. And maybe yours too. You look like you're a little grumpy with that new form. You'd never lived a day. Yeah, the scent of such a vibrant creature calms the mind. And the people who once lived here must have felt at peace in its embrace. Huzzah! A catch worth celebrating. Is this a branch? I guess it must have sunk all the way to the bottom. Not the best end, but a thrilling journey, and since I can still see fish in the water, perhaps I'll try my luck a little more before we depart. Nothing wants to bite. Okay, maybe I should have just left the dungeon if this is going to be the result. Alright, we got ourselves a new ending. Let's take a look. Here we are. Under the bow is the great tree. Thavner has had its share of magnificent trees, but this one puts them all to shame. That jewel is truly a wonder. The great tree which towers over AloAlo has already grown to full majesty when Calico was born. In its shelter gathered those who worked to unravel the mysteries of the world through their numbers and equations, and over time their modest encampment transformed to a full-fledged community. Night and day they would pore over arithmetic that they might shed light upon the jewel hid by the statue of the speaker, which seemed to imbue AloAlo itself with unflagging vitality. In the course of their research, they carved numerous arcane geometries in the tree's bark, one of which would extract the ether from slain animals to redirect its flow into the surrounding flora. Just 4 sacrifices would be enough to make the branches of the tree grow, thus opening or closing paths throughout the area. If those early arcanists were so fascinated with the speaker's jewel, why did they not live within the shrine which housed it? This I asked Calico, who answered the shrine was enshrouded by an impenetrable mist, likely the result of magics woven by its forgotten builders, and so the proto-arcanists settled at the great tree while they labored to create a tool which would win them safe passage, only to remain there even after the work was complete. I presume the comforts and benefits of a familiar place won out in the end. I want to at least get all the bosses here if I can. Look 3 paths forward. Which shall we take? What are you feeling, Matsuya? If it were up to me... Ah, seems he wants to go this one. This path. I see no reason not to. We are of the same mind. Our adventure starts on the right foot. Let me grab a sip of my drink and double check my guide here real quick. Alrighty. Looks like this is where the secret path is. People once lived here, and people build near the best fishing spots. True, there are a lot of communities that came about entirely because they were in a convenient location for fishing. Hamsa, they truly are everywhere. Gotta be careful, the birds here are actually quite poisonous. I've had my fill of wild animals already. Oh boy, you're not gonna be happy when you find out how many we have left, that's for sure. The tree, it moves. Oh yeah, this is a really easy way to keep my health up. There we are. I didn't know coconuts could grow to such sizes. That looks like a giant pineapple. Look at Azbatha, just as horrifying as they are in Thavnair. Crap, I gotta spam Variant Cure. My health is dropping like a rock. Yeah, I think this might just be a bit harder than Silda because this was released a lot later and they decided to make it a bit more challenging. Fallen statue. My OCD demands that I fix this. A Rogadin? I thought this island was deserted. Ah, the last of the thieves. Excuse me. My OCD is bothering me here. Just let us have the treasure and no one gets hurt. No one needs to get hurt. Funny, I should be saying that to you. If you insist on staying the course, you'll have to deal with, Quaqua. I cannot guarantee your safety. Just where do they find it? Conjure weapons from thin air. Oopsie. More weapons. These hammers are heavy enough to shatter stone. Oh, it's not. It wasn't marked as a knockback, was it? No, it is, actually. Interesting. I noticed this enemy isn't auto-attacking all that much. Ah, crap, I missed the dodge. What are these orbs? The statues are emitting light? Interesting, is it gonna detonate them? The light swallowed the orbs! Arcane Pursuit. The statues must house ancient power. I'm glad they're on our side. I see. So I need to wait for one to light up, I guess. Yep. There we are. I don't know what those do if they hit. Ah, I see. There's a few. They light up a few times just in case I miss one, I'd wager. Made magic is a party-wide, so... Where will you run to? Ah, crap. I'll lead into this once I missed the first one. There we are. see. There we are. We made it. The AloAlo potsherds. Phew, now we can move forward. I know good fishing awaits. We've climbed quite a ways. I wonder if there are fish to be found up here. It's a dead end. You there. If it's treasure you seek, I can help. Alright, now, this is very clearly a ferry. And I think we should all know that we should never trust those. I know all this island's secret is secrets. Yeah, something tells me not to trust this ferry. Actually, let me look at the ending guide. Well, actually, I don't even need to. There's obviously going to be... Yeah, as I suspected, there's an ending for falling into the obvious trick. Oh, go on, don't keep them for yourself. Yes, where the great riches are killed. I can guide you there with a snap of my fingers. My legs don't want to move forward, but I must. I don't want to stay in this dungeon until the timer runs out, after all. Time to do what is very clearly a bad idea. And no, me being here doesn't fix it. You see, how can I put this? Fey creatures are not immune to each other's shenanigans, let's just say. Are we even on the same island? Where did that ferry go? Yeah, we probably shouldn't have trusted that ferry. Oh, we walked into a lizard den. The sheer amount of dinosaurs in this game are quite incredible. Then again, I am well aware that 14 recycled a lot of assets from 11, the 1.0, and it carried over when Realm Reborn went over, so there's a lot of familiar faces among the monsters. And which of course, it makes it amusing they're doing a crossover with 11 for the Alliance raid. You've made it. As for the treasure you seek, it's right over there. Status. You fell for it, fools. Whoopee cushions are kind of amusing, I guess. Crocs, keep your distance. My understanding is this is also why some of the crocodiles and stuff look a lot different from what you might think when you think of a crocodile. This is no way to treat visitors. Yeah, never trust Fey hospitality. And on that note, if you're the kind of person to say thank you for anything, you'll want to break that if you're working with a fairy, because if they interpret that as you owing them, you do not want to owe a fairy a favor. Do not make it so that you owe fairies a favor. It will not end well. For you, at the very least. Oh hey, more personal spoils. Interesting. When I follow the character for Silda's Subterrane, I got the double personal spoils immediately, but here you have to wait until the boss. Interesting. That said, you're doing it for precisely one more, which I guess will theoretically add up after a point, but if you're just going for the endings or to see different bosses and stuff, Alright, so this is the fairy's playhouse. That's what's going on here. Long lost fairy stat. Is that a gun? Huh. Guess they decided to embrace these modern ways of screwing with people. Unfortunately for this fairy, I'm very familiar with their tricks and... You son of a... I knew you'd walk right into it. What a wicked trap. Yeah, something tells me I want to be here. Yeah. I'm graceful in all things, especially reloading. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we know 4 is a fake. Because 4 hit their head. I believe the fairies are sexless, so... Which makes sense, given how we learned how they exist. This is fun, so fun. I'm gonna do it again! 1 is safe. 4 is safe. Yeah, 1 is safe, so I'm staying here. Oh boy, a pinwheel. Oopsie. Get this going. Yeah, I should have been up close there. Plus, I let the, yeah, my big mistake was letting my defensive buff fall off, because without it, I am extremely squishy. Whoopee cushions litter the ground. I saw it. Watch your step. Fair fight. No, 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 no. You have to step on the cushion. Now for the main event, darts. I hope you've been practicing. Step right up, and the grand prize is yours for the taking. Ah, crap. Round and round it goes, but where it stops, nobody knows. Ah, a meteor upon your heads. That's a raid wide. Ow. Alright, this time I know what to do. Alright, note to self, if she does that again, I need to use my mitigation skill. Trick reload. Oh, balls. That's gonna be a little annoying. 4 is safe. 6 is safe. Two Vuln stacks for a DPS. That is absolutely dangerous. I'm starting to reach the point where she might be able to kill me if another meteor gets dropped. I need to mitigate it or else I'll die. 3, 5. Okay, we're good. Ah, crap, I let my debuff drop. I can't be doing that. That's 10% is a huge amount of damage, especially for a melee DPS. Yeah, I can't let her tank bust me. Ow. Ugh, that really hurt. Whoopee cushions litter the ground. Hey, who made that sound? Rude. Ah, the cushion broke your fall. How oddly considerate of her. Okay, so... yeah, I'm ending this immediately. Slice some up. Ah, give up. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just want to have a little fun. There we are. Let that be a lesson in proper manners. I can hear the water coming from deeper inside. Let us go, Coda. Just as I'd hoped, a fishing spot. May it yield a catch that will bring smile to knit on his face. The fairy's chamber is full of odd. I don't know if tools would be the right word for them. They are actual toys, I guess, for most of them. A bite and a strong one at that. I wonder what it is. It's a shoe covered in moss. That didn't happen overnight. Do you think it belonged to the fairy? I guess it would make sense the fairy would be collecting random knickknacks and tossing them in the water. Either way, I owe you my thanks for accompanying me on the journey. And since I can still see fish in the water, perhaps I'll still try my luck a little more before we depart. Alright, I should probably get my stuff repaired. Also, we got ourselves a new ending. VC Dungeon. Here we are. New ending. Read entry. A familiar history. That Fae almost spoiled the whole experience. I hope we see the last of her. That fairy tormented Matsuya was a forgotten familiar. The fairy that tormented Matsuya was a forgotten familiar by the name of Status. Kalka is no stranger to her antics, and he recounted stories of Status wielding bizarre tools in her many attempts to capture him. She seems to have no purpose but to engage in mischief, as her traps litter the AloAlo island. That actually explains quite a few things, actually. Given the scholars from the city-state of Nim settled upon AloAlo after the 6th calamity, the presence of a fairy is hardly surprising. They are favored as familiars by the Nim mages, but such minions disappear upon the death of their master, when their supply of ether sustaining them is cut off. Basically like how a servant from Fated requires a master to sustain them, or else they just vanish. True, all we need is another one, and we can have a free new pair of shoes. The fact that Status has endured this long suggests she draws upon a potent source of ether, perhaps the self-same jewel responsible for the remarkable vitality of AloAlo. As an aside, the techniques used to control these fairies would later be refined by modern arcanists who command carbuncles. Tracing the evolution of the art further back, we see a connection between wooden familiars left behind forgotten original settlers of AloAlo. The tapestry of history is vast and intricate, and these expeditions have done much to add new threads to the cloth. I'm still feeling pretty good. Let's keep going. If he goes for the far right option again, I'll go for the secret ending since I've got the guide right here. Especially since that one's a bit tricky. Look, 3 paths forward. Which shall we take? If it were up to me... He wants the middle one again, does he? I take this path. Looks good to me then. I see we are of the same mind. Our adventure starts on the right foot. Alright, let me check the ending guide just to make sure I don't screw up. Let's see here. First, middle path. Here we are. Alright, this first half, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, for the next one, I need to remember. Oh, actually, there's another ending if I just kill everything and don't go with those armadillos, so I should probably do that as well. Thavnair's jungles can be dense and difficult to traverse, but this swamp is no less daunting. What strange worms. I doubt they'd make for very good bait. Those things that chill down my spine. That toad that big could swallow everything whole. These guys are oddly beefy. That one was rude to survive that long. I just had to smack him with my scythe and that ended it though. Melees are pretty strong. A plant? Is that a plant? It's enormous. Yeah, I don't want to step on those like I don't want to step on the dandelions. I was afraid you'd be, what kind of person do you think I am? What's that, a Makode? Seven. Arcane armaments. Since I didn't pop those poison bubbles. More weapons, those heavy. Sounds like heavy enough to shatter stone. Huh. Seems like I might have gotten the more interesting mechanic last time by popping the poison bubbles. still getting them this time, it looks like. Arcane armor. Hello, Showtime, welcome. Let's go indeed. Spears of water, here they come. Okay, that's not nearly as bad, I guess. Ah, interesting. Oh my. I'm gonna have to be wary of this spin. Oh, damn it. Okay, I think I might have been better off with the poison there. I also can't afford to let my rampart drop. I'm too squishy without it. I'm pretty sure with smart use I should be fine. Darn it, missed my shot. Ring time. Get splash. Still, if I had to die to something, I'm glad it was not to the fairy. I definitely need to get this going. I should really one of these days I really need to set a shortcut for these. Let's do it from this end. This end seems like it's gonna be easier to handle. The water's spilling forth. Can you manage it? Looks like it. Crap. Okay, that doesn't hurt nearly as much. Alright, this is the safe spot. Yeah, this guy's almost dead, so I don't have to worry about mechanics too much longer. And I hate when my skills drift. Oh yeah, I'm not letting you use that again, buddy. Hurry up and, there we go. We made it. Could have at least given me 2 potsherds for that. The path keeps climbing. Could there be fishing spots above us? Shudder, don't look down, don't look down. Personal spoils. Wow. That was honestly a massive disappointment. Yeah, this tree ant is really durable. Those caterpillars are blood-curdling. People lived up here. How'd they find the courage to build so high up? I guess there's just gonna be repeating dialogue until I get the secret ending. Yeah, that tree ant is especially durable, because see, these mantises actually lasted... I was just AoEing, but the mantises still died after the rock monster. Bird of AloAlo. So much for the bird. I believe this should be another ending, since it says I can kill everything but also ignore the, oh, here we are. Kill everything but also ignore the armadillos, so here we are. Valhalla. Intruder detected, initiated computational engine, optimal tactics. Inferno theorem. Calculating optimal tactics, commencing terrestrial assault. Revitalizing threat assessment, integrating additional tactics into stratagem. There we go. The direction of its magic didn't match the pattern. Is it a puzzle it's pulling before us? Assessment can be probable weakness point determined, target light. Ah, the armadillos are coming to their sides. Coming to its sides, and I didn't scare them away. I got it right. Alright, so it's gonna be doing this. So I should be able to do this. There we are. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I don't want to risk accidentally dying again. Oopsie. Maybe like yourself, your eyes look a little empty. Yeah. Crap, its allies are alive, so they're gonna help it here. There we go. Ah, that could have been way worse. There we go. There we are. You did it. I was worried for a moment, but then I remembered who I was with. There we are. Roots of Academia. Now I can fish at my leisure. What awaits us atop this mighty tree? Will my catch bring a smile to Nidana? May my catch bring a smile to Nidana's face. What was that saying? Thing saying? I couldn't understand a word. Anyways, I couldn't understand a word. Ooh, I got a bite. A fish? No, no, it's just seaweed. Unfortunate. Not the most exciting catch, but I'm grateful to have come this far, all thanks to you, of course. And since I can still see fish in the water, perhaps I'll try my luck a little more. Variant dungeon time. Let's... Yep, that was a new ending. The roots of Arcanimia, not Academia. We were walking through a place filled with such lush greenery, and that every flower was as a shining ruby in the brush. I was so entranced with my surroundings, I scarcely noticed the strange wooden doll until we were nearly upon it. A century ago, an undersea volcano erupted near AloAlo. Violent waves followed, and the sky filled with ash so thick that the island's inhabitants were unsure they would ever see the sun again. Their fortunes had changed overnight, and they were forced to make the difficult decision to leave their home. The evacuation was fraught with peril, but what boats survived, the turbulent waters had to navigate floating lumps of cooling magma. Prior to this disaster, AloAlo was a repository of mathematical records, grimoires, and marvels of Arcanimia. Those who fled could only take with them a fraction of those treasures, leaving behind their other creations, including the sculpted guardian known only as the Lala, later encountered by Matsuya and Koda. Alas, while the Lala managed to survive the long years, much of the archive and its tomes were reclaimed by nature, along with whatever secrets they contained. Although none now live in AloAlo, the South Sea Isles are not entirely uninhabited. One can only hope some small number of these writings made their way to those populated neighbors, where they might yet be preserved. Three paths. Which one should we take? for up to me. Sounds like he wants to go through the secret ending tonight. Sounds good to me. And I do have the guide here to get it, because according to this, it's actually it's a bit wordy. Basically, you need to use all of the things combined to make it, but apparently it's pretty easy once you get all the others. Slice and dice. The giant, they're really getting some good use out of Kukulin's model lately, aren't they? Well, nothing wrong with that. Sadly, I must ignore my OCD for the next one, because whether or not I fix those affects the next mechanic, and I should probably see that one at very least. See which one will be the less frustrating one to deal with. Let's see, there's a triangle. It's not a mortal without bad breath. It's their most iconic ability, after all. There we are. Yeah, sadly I have to ignore those fallen statues and see how they punish me for it. Okay. This beast is made from wood. Just where do they find it? Arsenal is endless. Sisters protect me from these blades. Oh, I see what's going on. Ah, crap, I messed that up. Hoda, look, something's happening. The statues. Alright, so I can't look in the direction that two of them are, which basically means I need to be facing two that aren't. Ah, crap. Funny enough, that might actually be the easier mechanic. Hilariously, pissing off the totem spirits might be a wise decision. Magic. There we are. Hot sherds. We climbed up here quite a ways. I wonder if there's any fish to be found. Now, the personal spoils do occasionally drop stuff like the, what's it called? They do occasionally drop furniture and also minions, and what I've seen, those actually do sell for a decent amount. It's just, it's rather extreme. You either get the, magic prisms, which don't even sell to NPCs for anything, or... Right, guide. Let's see here. Do not go with the pixie, and you have to select no 3 times. Okay. I know this silent secret secrets. I'm not interested in these secrets. Oh, just look at me. How could you deny such an innocent face? You can trust me, I swear it. I don't know if I can. Lost, are we? It's alright, I know the way. Trust in me, and I'll guide you true. The friendliest face you'll see on this island. I don't know, you have a wicked air about you. I never thought you'd be fun. Fine, may the sun bleach your bones. I think we made her mad. Wait, how do we get out of here? There must be a path here somewhere. Now we're getting into new territory. It's a bit overgrown, but I can clear the way. Akota, stay on my heels. Ooh, boars, a lot of them. Alright, this comes to a set of statues, basically. Alrighty, so we'll find out once we get to the statues. It's rude for you to survive. Oh, wow. Treasure chest in a place like this. Are there statues here that I missed? It doesn't look like it. Let me look at my guide again. Yeah, there's no statues here. Weird. Weird. It says I need to do that before I go to the chests here, but as you can see, there's no statues here. Yeah, this is obviously a trick either way, so... Oh, you ruined it. I packed those chests full of goodies, too. Ha! I knew it. Look, more statues, almost as if they've been waiting for someone. Can't go any further, so we'll have to find another way. Let's see here. In front of the bird statue... Let's see here. It says, say, "Oh, dancer of the skies, hear me." And I have to say that in the say chat. Walk around the middle section until you go at the bird again. And it's clockwise, so... This is clockwise. Alright. The bird again, and then dance. Rite of the Sparrow. Yeah, this one's a... Right. Now in front of the whale statue. Alright, next up in front of the whale statue. Oh, messenger from me on the horizon. And that's it, right? That's a phrase, right? Alright. Go around the clockwise twice. Right to the great whale. And then followed by counterclockwise once, and then dance. So counterclockwise. There we are. Now for the final one, the turtle. Now let's see here. This one's a bit more involved than I was expecting, but not a bad thing. Of land and sea, not the land and sea. And then I go counterclockwise twice, it says. So that would be... Bow. There we are. Path opened. Your prayers were heard. Let's hope the divinities of AloAlo guide us true. We. I almost fainted. Where are we? Beats me, but I'm sure it's better than wherever we were before. Everywhere I go, beasts are waiting for us. Yeah, they're really getting a lot out of the Kukulin model there. Well, it is a pretty unnerving model. I knew following you was the right move. Who was the one who summoned that wooden monstrosity? What is it now? Apologies, but I'm afraid the treasure's ours. Oh, I see, I'm fighting him among these enemies. I just couldn't see him because he's, you know, right here. Oh, God, that's smart. I'm over my head. So, good luck. You obtain a sparrow statue. Obtain a turtle statue. And obtain a whale statue. Place them in this order. Okay. I can barely make out my own hands. Oh, that's right. They said there was an impenetrable fog of some sort. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, so put them in this order. Sparrow, whale, and turtle. Sparrow. Whale. Turtle. It doesn't have any alternate path. Kodo, are you there? I can't see anything through the mist. I'm guessing that if you get it wrong, you just have to redo it until you get it right, because it doesn't say there's any bad ending to this. Oh my! The statue carved in the tree is that statue's carved in the tree itself. Could this be the speaker that Calica serves? That must be the Jewel of Legend. Forgotten figure. Laku Laku. Shouldn't this be the Lala, since it's clearly a giant Lalafell? Fate, crafting stuff, variant dungeons, Sanctuary. I'm really glad I've decided to take some time to do a lot of the content I've been sleeping on. Because 14 doesn't drop any of the old content when expansion goes. That means there's a lot of stuff that's new to me. Why would the statue attack us? Perhaps we're not supposed to be here. Or it's testing if we're worthy. Long lost light. Summoning right. Oh, life flourish. Yeah, I figured the one that was glowing might grow a bit. Birds are growing bigger and bigger. It's the jewel's doing. So this is where they got the idea for the Chalawani dungeon mechanic. Oh, life, flourish. Yeah, I don't want to be near those. I appreciate your love of making things bigger, statue. I very much approve. Oh, pearls, unfurl. I probably don't want to be near where they're gonna land. Yeah, I was right. Oh. Land wave. Oh my, I probably won't be there. Oh, I'll bloom. Ah, crap, I should have realized that might happen. Well, I'm glad I had the self-heal up. Oh, Sky, be mine. Oh. Oh, the statue grew, but how? Okay, so I want to be this way. Oopsie. I must say, getting stomped, getting smashed by a lava fell was not what I was expecting to happen. That came out in so many wrong ways. Ah, crap, I should have known to be doing this. Oh, crap. Crap, I messed that up hard. But I was able to recover. But wow, 3 vulnerability stacks. I might not have enough durability. Yeah, 3 vulnerability stacks is a lot. I can't take too many more hits. There we go. Killed it fast enough. Frailty of words. Hope it's back where it was and like it never... And that's back where it was, like it never tried to murder us. Let's hope it stays that way. It is rather impressive, but I'd rather not wait around for it to try and squash us again. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to be here again, go this way again for the card. But I did get a really nice minion out of the deal. That's always nice. Gain 3 vulnerability stacks. Any fishing spots this close to the jewel must be teeming with rare fish. Well, that's the hope. I'm guessing we're going to be leaving the jewel here. There's plenty of possibilities to use that we could use, I'm sure, but I straight up don't trust anyone with it. After all we've endured, I must lay a claim to a catch for many moons to come. They want the bait, but not hard enough to bite down. Not enough to bite down hard. Oh, this is it. Sisters give me strength. Alrighty, him. When the micro gets their revenge. Oh yeah, I'm... Could I ever seen such a fish? I suppose this would have the rarest ones. I don't know if the jewel spurred its growth, but this is one of the biggest I've ever caught. Thank you for looking after me. I must ask if he knows anything about this amazing specimen. Here we are. The wellspring of golden memories. I caught a fish with striking golden scales. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before in Thavnair. This may be the most precious treasure of AloAlo Island. Long ago, a fever raged among the infants. In a desperate bid to save their young, the islanders made soup with fish from waters of the great shrine. The infants' fever broke, and all who partook of the soup grew into hale and hearty adults who were never again touched by sickness. Thenceforth, it became custom to feed newborn soup made from the golden colcanth. Whatever inherent nutritional benefits the meat possesses seem to be enhanced by the fish's proximity to the statue of the speaker and the jewel it protects. Needless to say, the golden colcanth holds high value as an alchemical specimen. Although Matsuya and I have known each other since childhood, the separate paths we took have afforded us scant opportunity to work together. Since the day he found Calica washed upon the beach, however, we've never been closer, and the adorable bird has become a welcome addition to our fellowship. What's more, I've been able to advance my study of alchemy thanks to the rare fish Matsu has brought back. I begin this conversation record in hopes that Matsu and any who follow his footsteps might benefit, but it's become a journal of sorts of this joyous time in my life. I'm forever grateful to Matsu and Calica both for setting these events in motion, and Koda for keeping my dear friend safe from harm in his journeys. Nice. I'm still feeling pretty good though, so how about we go again? But first I'm going to grab a drink. There we are. Time to do some more soloing. When I do these, I want to make sure I get every major boss on stream at least. And I believe we've done that. But rest assured, I'll be taking my time now. We'll just go whatever paths Matsuya says next. I don't intend to 100% it on stream. You want to go middle again, eh? Alrighty. Rest assured I will 100% the endings off stream after this, but I do want to get as many runs through as I can, just because I really just hope they add more solo content, because this is really fun. Thavnair's jungles can be dense, but the swamp is no less daunting. What strange worms oh yeah. Slice them up, buddy. Those things send a chill down my spine. Ah yes, the Vor Toad. Yeah, I remember the poison one was easier, so I'm going to go with that. There we are. I hit enough to transform it. That's good, right? It's not terrible. There we go. Now the mechanic will be significantly less annoying. Then again, I guess once I remembered to go the different direction from where the water was going, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, if I had to give one criticism, I think the fact that the mid-boss is the same regardless of your story path is the disappointing part of these variant dungeons, because having 3 different bosses really does spice things up a bit. Although I suppose it's rather irrelevant. Any criticism to give here should have been given back in Endwalker when they were new, so I guess I don't really have a right to an opinion at this point. Unfortunate, but that's what happens when you're coming in so late. Okay, I see what it's doing here, yeah. There we are. I managed to get that mechanic down and pat. Weapon. Watch out. Yeah, I don't want to be standing in front of that thing when it does that. Where will you run to? This one's a safe spot. I find it amusing that those thieves found themselves a weapon like this, and rather than sell it, they decided to try and use it against us. They realize how well this thing could sell. there. I want to say I have likings to still to Subtrain more, but that might just be because I happen to like the story it was doing a bit more. This one's a bit lighter, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course. Don't look down, don't look down. Ah, right. Single target for this thing. And kill them all on the rune, it said. Right. So that, yeah, that's what it said when it's... Look, they form a path. So yeah, that's what that thing was to hint at. That you sacrifice 4 in order to make it grow and create a new path. Interesting. I've never seen bats so large. AloAlo. I'm gonna go ahead and mitigate that. Here we are. What are these? What's that? It moved! I won't try to only spot back that well. I try to only speak kindly of others, but that one is really testing me. Than it looks. Yes, interesting. It appears the only way forward is down. I need a moment to catch my breath. Wee. Heavy breathing. I think that shaved a few summers off my life. Intruders detected. Intruders detected. Are we the intruders? Or can we be intruded upon? Yeah, I don't need to have flawless DPS right now, if only because, dying would be worse, because that's negative DPS. Actually, I think dying really is negative DPS, since technically speaking, that resets the fight, and therefore the enemy heals. So yeah, dying is officially negative DPS, so I need to stay alive at all costs, even if it costs me a bit of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and... yeah, there we are. Darn it, I moved too late. Assessment can be probable weakness determined. Yeah, 3 different bosses with differing mechanics really does feel good, I think. It keeps it from feeling too repetitive. If the mid-boss was the same, I'd definitely... analysis. So it's gonna be behind, the safe spot's gonna be behind me. There we are, arcane blocks. Calculated trajectory. Alright, so... here we go. It's gonna force me to go forward. What's that got to do with the game you're playing? I'm a bit focused at the moment, and rest assured it's no rocket science. First of all, most people using that particular tag are doing it for the purpose of networking, and also I do play some games that are relevant. Actually, never mind. This game does have Vor in it. What am I talking about? I even went on about the Vor Frog a bit ago, earlier in the stream. But yeah, if you're looking for that subject in particular, we will be getting some of it tomorrow night, because I do a team stream with others, and we do a modded run of Starbound that specifically has it. There we are. I'm hotly surprised you triumphed. Well, good. A dear friend's been added. Now I can fish at my leisure. What awaits us at the top of this mighty tree? Hopefully you can get the other boot. That way you have a new pair of shoes. May my catch bring... The branches grew almost upon command. AloAlo's secrets never cease to amaze. Granted, I probably shouldn't be sacrificing just monsters for that, because we don't know what terrible things could result from it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh no, it got away. I was so close. Darn it, the shoe managed to escape his grasp. Don't worry, Matsuya, we'll get you a new pair soon enough. A disappointing end, but the journey alone was well worth it. I should probably repair my stuff before I forget again. I haven't been dying much, so it's not a huge deal, but, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. I should probably actually use some of this food, actually. Now, Dungeon Finder. Now let's see here. Read entry. Dear friend. Where the branches were thickest, I wonder if we might spy a bird like Calica perched upon them. I kept looking up, but I spied no sparrows flitting through the canopy. When Calica heard the story from Matsuya, he proudly exclaimed that it was unlike any other sparrow in the world. Although his less talkative brethren are a common sight in Thavnair, they were revered by the inhabitants of AloAlo. Seeking to deepen my bond with the loquacious bird, I asked Calica if there were any rituals performed or prayers offered in his kin's honor. Was uncharacteristic to teach me. Record instructions that I shall not soon forget. Yeah, here we are, the full instructions on how to get the unknown. Blew a kiss. In response, he sighed deeply and turned back. My heart sank. Thus securing the Pharaoh's favor. I realized how much I had come to care about him. I want only for Calica to be comfortable and safe. Perhaps I should put more efforts in the meal I prepare. Boiling and kisses when in favor. Perhaps the following musings have no pertinent information on those who brave AloAlo. Time for a new area and a new ending. Boom. Look, 3 paths forward. Which one shall we take? Now, if it were up to me... you really love the second and third paths. We have barely done any of the first. That's fine. I like these ones a little more anyway. I see we're of the same mind. Our adventure starts off on the right foot. People once lived here, and people build near the best fishing spots. Easy. I guess I kind of see where he got those spiked. Those look more like durians and spiked coconuts. I didn't know coconuts could grow to such sizes. Yeah, I don't want to use up my end shroud when the boss is right up there. You know, why not? Might be a bit easier to do it this way rather than... Actually, I don't think it matters. Both of them are fairly easy, if we're honest, so I'm not too worried. Here we go. What are those awards? Oh crap, I can't let... Yeah, I can't let Death's Dane drop. Oh, the statue of the light swallowed the orb. Statues must hold an ancient power. I'm glad they're on our side. Purifying light gathers. Cast thy purifying light upon the corrupt souls. Ah, crap, I messed up real bad on my burst there. I can't lose this one, though. Just barely in time. Phew. Yeah, if the damage buff, Arcane Circle goes away before you use Plentiful Harvest, you lose Plentiful Harvest, and I can't afford that. We made it. Phew, now we can move forward. I know good fishing awaits. I wonder if the fish will be here. Let me double check my ending guide. Are there any for following the ferry? There are 0 for following the ferry. From here on, all that really matters is whether or not I open a chest or not, and after that, whether or not I go for the true ending. So, no point in worrying about it. Yeah, we haven't done the coastline for quite a while. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we haven't had a chance to map. I'm sure if I'd done these mechanics when they were new, it would have adequately prepared me for the stuff that's come out since, but oh well. I'm just glad it's still here and didn't end when Endwalker did. Treasure chest in a place like this. Now to piss off the fairy and then kick its ass. Look, more statues. It's almost as if they've been waiting for someone. Just pull the lever, crunk. And luckily, there is no wrong lever. See, we can continue onward. Ancient trail. A bit chilly, don't you think? Too cold for people who've lived here, perhaps. You aren't gonna jump, are you? I can do this, I can. Ah, so this is another way to enter the fairy's house. Every twist and turn brings us to some new threat. I'm guessing another route leads us to this. Ah, crap. You'd think I'd remember that. Aha, I knew you'd walk into that. Two and 5 are safe. This is so fun that I want to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 and 6 are safe. Pinwheel. Gather round, one and all. I've prepared a very special gift for this day. Something tells me these toys aren't meant for children. Something tells me I don't want the missile hitting me. Nor that one, for that matter. Like I said, if I die, I actually do negative DPS, so I can't afford that. How'd you like them? Find one that tickles your fancy. Now for the main event, darts. Hope you've been practicing. Round it goes, where it stops, nobody did. What's this? Too bad, but don't despair, even losers get a prize. Hunks of junk. Phew, I'm going through a lot of bullets. One is safe. 1 and 6 are safe. Slice them up, buddy. Have you ever beheld grace? It's so smart. 2 is safe. 4 is safe. 2 and 4 are safe. Excellent. I guess since I'm not going to be doing all of them on stream, I can go ahead and reveal. Once you get all of the notes, all 12 endings, Status here joins you as your new mount. As in, she kind of carries you, or just kind of carries you around. Given she's tiny, it's actually rather hilarious. Actually kind of reminds me a bit of the Alice mount from SMT MMO. I guess I should probably explain that, since not only is that an obscure MMO, it also isn't very good, so I wouldn't even recommend going after the private server stuff if any of them exist. I haven't looked. Basically, Alice, would skip along and drag you along like a kid pulling an adult faster than the adult can go. It's hilarious. There was also a funny Kukulin mount, but he basically just carried you like a princess. To the surprise of absolutely no... This is a bucket. I suppose that explains the weight. Oh, yeah. It's of no use to us, I'm afraid. Even so, we should be proud to have come this far. And since I can still see fish in the water, perhaps I'll like a little more before we leave. I hope they experiment a bit more with mounts in Dawn Trail. We did get some pretty interesting ones so far. Like I said, I was doing a lot of the content that I've been sleeping on. Not just stuff like crafting, but things like these variant dungeons. Island Sanctuary, even older things like, what's it called? Shared Fate. Yeah, I didn't even bother with those. And this is a good time to be doing it too, since Dawn Trail buffed Fate grinding as a whole, so it was a very productive time to be sure. I just kind of wish we could hold more than 1,500 gemstones. Or at the very least, make it so the Shared Fate could potentially upgrade it. Alrighty, let's look up the new ending. The remnants of faith. We arrived at a place that looked long abandoned but retained an unmistakable air of divinity. Whatever gods watch over AloAlo, this surely was their home. Matsu's description called to mind Thavnir's Perusa, and Kalika confirmed it was indeed a sacred site for the people of AloAlo. It contained a ritual chamber where the figures of gods awaited to dispense the blessings. Among them, that of the sea turtle. As a fisher, Matsuya is bonded to the sea, and Kalika suggested to perform the proper rites for the turtle on his next voyage. For Matsuya's sake, I shall record these instructions here. But figures of divinities can also be found throughout ruins of the old settlements. I wonder whether their arrangements held special meaning. Whether their arrangement holds special meaning. Regardless, it's plain the religion was of great importance to the people of AloAlo, much like it is the Hanish. Nice. Let's go again. Again. What you feeling today, Matsuya? Well, if it were up to me... Oh, he really wants us to finish off this route then, huh? I take this path. Alright, this path it is. We have one more to do here, so we'll finish it off. I see we're of the same mind. Our adventure starts off on the right foot. He really doesn't like the A path, though. That's weird. Or maybe he just likes screwing with the fairy that keeps screwing with us. Can't really blame him, I guess. People want an idea. We are. Missed this little guy. Silly me. Wow, they couldn't break my shield. That's kind of funny, but also somewhat annoying since the heal is kind of nice. Right. Ignore OCD, forget the fallen statues. I guess this last ending is just to open the chest that is very clearly a trick. Insist on staying the course, you'll have to deal with the clock. Well, I cannot guarantee your safety. statues. I'm trying to think of something else to talk about, but I don't. I feel like I talk too much about the story, and I don't just mean in Dawn Trail. Even with Endwalker, I kept talking about a lot of stuff, like how I was finally glad to be done with Xenos. Mitigate that best I can. Ah, crap, I can't believe I let that 10% less damage. I could have easily almost ended it, if not already. Oopsie. I messed up real bad there. We made it. We climbed quite a ways. I wonder if there's fish to be found in here. Well, I guess I can sell some of these items, housing items. You there, if it is treasure you seek, I can help. Right, we have to turn her down. I was gonna say I'm not sure how much this delays, but I guess it's not a huge delay in the run. Bit overgrown, but stompity stomp, stompity stomp, stompity stomp. Alright, time to fall for the blatantly obvious trick. They're alive. Something's not right. Look, more statues, almost as if they've been waiting for someone. I honestly don't care. I probably don't care enough to farm for the cars, so let's just get all the endings and then I'll call here. Bit chilly, don't you think? Too cold for the people who lived here, perhaps. To have lived here, perhaps. Yeah, there's still something missing there. How do we get over there, then? Of course, we have that. You know, one of these days I won't get hit by that. Three and 4 are safe. Four and 6 are safe. Treasure, right? But which one's the real thing? Ah, here's the custom mechanic for this one. More chests. Don't pick the wrong one. We have a winner, but you know, I don't think you deserve the prize. Oh, well now you're just being a jerk. Now for the main event. I don't know what the hammer is. I guess it's fine. Darn it. I was an idiot because I forgot about my auto attack. Which you really shouldn't. It's like a third of your overall DPS in the end. Two safe. 2 and 4 are safe. Ha! Not getting me with that. There we are. I give up, I'm sorry. Let that be a lesson in proper manners. I can hear the water coming from deeper inside. Let us go. Sadly, I think this just has a bunch of junk that she's found and collected over the years. Although, judging by all this, seems like she's had quite a bit of time to do so. See all that junk strewn about the chamber. How long do you think it took to amass? Seems me and Matsuya had the exact same thoughts. Look, a fish, but there's something very odd about it. I'm not sure, but I don't believe the species found in Thavnair, or an alchemist like Nanana might appreciate it. No doubt Passason is eager to study it as well. Thank you for accompanying me. I'm gonna do one more, but I'm also gonna force it to be the A path since he's been very, I don't know, Matsuya really doesn't like the A path, so I'm gonna do it one more run tonight, and if he doesn't choose that path, I'm gonna force it. Sucks to be him if he doesn't want, if he is upset, but we don't have a choice here because I want all the endings. Oh right, there's another ending here. A lalafell or a fish? I've never seen such a fish. It almost resembles you, Son. Quite adorable if I say so myself. I respect Matsuya and his opinions, but I must strenuously beg to differ. To simply look at the fish he brought back from AloAlo sends a chill down my spine. Birds like calica could be described as adorable, but a fish with the face of the man could well be described... well... We shall have to agree to disagree. Consider this a minor hitch in an otherwise harmonious friendship. When I asked Calica about the specimen, he said it was called Lalaus by the inhabitants. They had a legend where an unlucky Lalafella was cast in the ocean during a storm, whereupon they found themselves transformed into a fish. The parents told the story of the children to discourage them from wandering near the shore during rough weather. It was likely no more than a cautionary tale, but can't help but hesitate to render the lasso into chemical materials. Never run AloAlo, so I don't know. It'd be hilarious if he knew something was trying to ease you away from that path for your safety. I doubt it because the C path is where the hidden ending is. Three paths. Which shall we take? If it were up to me... Okay, finally, he decided to go with A. I see we're of the same mind. Finally. The scenery reminds me of home. The ocean carved out these caves over countless years. I suppose I should be grateful the waves are mild at the moment. I don't think my fishing hook will be of much use here. I guess we started a run on this path, and we've now officially ended it on it. Appropriate, I suppose. Do you smell that? There's rain coming. Ah, interesting. I didn't know the trash mobs varied as well. Get too close and you'll be in for a shock. Some monsters prefer rainy days over sunny days. Seems that way since we got lightning while it was raining and fire while it was daytime. Those claws will cut us in two. Yeah, I can't let myself die here. Like I said, if I die, I actually accomplish negative DPS. And as a DPS main, that is absolutely unacceptable. Is that a Lalafell? But Kalika said the people of this island fled long ago. You were here too? Then I must be on the right track. If it's all the same to you, I'll go on ahead. It might be my pet company in the meantime. The beasts. Man, that party wide from Made Magic before this mechanic is a pain in the ass. It conjures weapons from thin air. Still, I am glad I'm soloing these as DPS. Not just because I'm more comfortable on that, but because it's also making these last only about half an hour each, which is honestly a pretty good time for being by myself. Oh, I didn't know what it's doing. I really appreciate that Enshroud gives you a decent bit more time than it takes to actually use all the skills. It's called Monsters to its aid. Don't let them catch you. Alright, I think I know this mechanic. We mustn't stand still. Lightning rains in the sky. We mustn't stand still. This isn't too bad of a mechanic. Right, keep my health up. There we go. Well, that was easy. Oh, and the rain stopped. I won't say no to treasure, but what I'm really here for is the fish. I wonder if we're doing an unseen, sharing half of the pot shards with Matsuya as we go through this. I know the pot shards are entirely a mechanic for the purposes of, looks like a great spot to cast my rod. Ships around, not even Thavnir storm. Of course. It's always worse when they fly. Calamari. Yeah, I really should use bloodbath more with big groups like that. Basically, be a mini warrior by doing that, because that will heal me faster than capable damage. This looks like a good spot to fish. Can we stop for a moment? Something's in water. I can sense it. You know, let's just press on because if you think so, I'm sure there'll be other spots ahead. Slightest touch should be enough to clear it. Yep, just... Oh, I didn't even need to perform an attack. The wind made it brittle for us. Now I can pass through. I was wondering if I needed to use an actual attack, because in Silda, you actually do need to burst through something at one point. Look, it's a Lalafell, and he's running afoul of some hungry beasts. We should probably help him, yes? Hey, go away! Go away! Looks like his HP actually drops rather quickly, and because I'm not a healer or someone who can help him... Hey, I said go away. Phew, I'm alive, I'm alive. Huh, not even a... I'll be seeing ya. Not even a word of thanks. They don't look very friendly. I see a great spot to fish just ahead. Let us go, Coda. Alright, there was... Now, it's been a while since I fought you, buddy, since, yeah. It flies like something on a children's tale. Yeah, I should probably get away from those. Oh, there's one right here, too. Yikes, that was almost bad. I mean, the AoEs aren't huge, so I probably would have been fine, but it's an issue best not dealt with. Spring crystals. There we are. An eye on that. Luke Typhoon. Bubbles made as light as air, spread justice on the flying. Strewn bubbles. There we are. I got out of there in time. It looks like good. Approaching twin tides. Ah, crap, that's bad. Me, I ain't the kind of scoundrel that shirks his debts. I'll pay you back this once. Here he is again. He's coming to help us, but we trust him. Plenty of wind and water. I just need to call my minions. There we are. Now we're even, so if you'll excuse me, I've got a treasure to plunder. Huh. Bubble man. Alright, come over here, buddy. Ah, crap. Blowing. Receding twin tides. There we are. Duty complete. Oh, hey, I got a card for this monster. First settlers of AloAlo Island have been added. I was frozen with fear, but you had it well in hand. Just past that crest looks like a splendid spot to fish. Let us go, Coda. It's beautiful. This is a promising spot. I'd best get my rod ready. May I hook a wonderful gift for Nidana. Those creatures of the Isle can effortlessly scale cliffs and soar through the sky. What other surprises does AloAlo have in store? It's weak, but a bite is a bite. A puffpaya, rather common in Thavnarian waters, but delicious when prepared correctly. Still, the journey was exciting, so thank you for accompanying me. And since I can still see fish in the water, perhaps I'll continue to try my luck. I'm feeling pretty good, but I should probably call it a night. Alright, we started with that path and we ended with a path. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid out. If you want to stick around for one of them, by all means. Otherwise, until next time. Thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later. Let's see here. Snacko Racco is doing a special event, but... Oh, I just started and is doing Deep Rock Galactic. Alright, stick around if you want some Deep Rock Galactic.
Launched my game and then it
Whoops. Yeah, I decided to check them, so we're gonna go and raid them. Until next time. Enjoy the Rock and Stone.